Good morning. It's time for the Match Solitaire Saturday Challenge Live. They're celebrating outside. Yes. Been waiting for that.
That was amazing timing.
That was perfect. Yeah. We have the window open because we can't close it. We put a Christmas tree in the window last night, and now we can't get to the window behind it to close it.
Yep.
So
Okay.
the window's open until January, probably. So expect extra street noise today. Yeah. All right, so on the Match Solitaire Saturday Challenge Live, we play the Saturday Challenge puzzles, all three of them, which are the most difficult puzzles of the week. So you can play along, and if you need help, like these guys outside, they apparently need some help. You can play along and watch how we solve the puzzles. The first person to solve the puzzle gets bragging rights for the week. The loser has to do the countdown the following week. So that's what we do. So I'm David. My screen is, I don't need that.
Nope.
My screen is labeled. So I made this game.
I'm Allison. I am the voice of Fiona, and I write the trivia.
And I'm Caitlin. I'm not in person with David and Allison. And what else? I don't know. I did the French translation.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, and also it's apparently
and
not raining.
I lost last week.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
So I have to do the countdown.
The countdown. Yes.
So sorry, David, are you sure that the stream is working? Because
No.
Okay, you might want to check it.
What happened? It's not working?
It says it's streaming, but like there's nothing there. It's just the image.
Oh, because I have the preview image. Thanks for reminding me. I got to flip that off.
Okay.
Boop. Okay, there. Now you should see our screens.
Okay, phew.
Yeah. Okay. I should have done that earlier. You're right. Okay, so usually news on the game. I'm still working on a new feature so that you can invite a friend, and you both get 100 coins if the friend accepts the invitation. And in the spirit of Christmas, there's another feature which, Caitlin, you actually asked for a long time ago, and it's been on my mind. And since this feature I'm working on is pretty close in terms of being able to reuse a bunch of code, you will be able to, hopefully, if I finish this feature by Christmas, give a gift of Match Solitaire coins. So,
cool.
Yeah, you'll be able to basically send coins to another player. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you can tell, I have more coins than I know what to do with.
Yeah, for those of you who have too many coins, like Caitlin.
Yeah.
One thing I was hoping people might be interested in doing is like sharing coins with their teammates. Or I think it would be even cool to like have fun things like maybe a scavenger hunt where you can win coins, or I don't know. You know, we could do all kinds of different things in the Discord with other players that are needy.
Okay.
Help them out with some coins. So yeah, that's a plan. Basically, it'll. My thought is it will generate a URL that the other person can click on, and one of the things that I think should work, but don't hold me to it, is you should also be able to send coins to yourself. Why would you want to do that? Well, if you had two devices, right now your coins get stuck on whichever device you win them on. But you would be able to send them to yourself and get them on the other device and effectively move them between devices.
Does that also apply if like you got a new phone?
Yes.
And okay. That's good to know.
Yeah, right. So that should it should make things interesting. I hope it doesn't open up too many loopholes and weird things, like being able to double your coins by We'll see. We'll see how it works.
For some reason, when you said, "I hope it doesn't open up too many," my brain put in the word wormholes, and I was like, "Wow,
Ooh.
that would be intense."
I would love if
I
it
don't
would
know
open a
why that's what my
wormhole.
brain filled in.
That would be interesting.
But yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's what I'm working on, and that's why I don't have any fun facts today. But Allison and Caitlin both have fun facts, where you get a mix today: one Christmas fun fact and one plant fun fact coming up right after the competition, which Caitlin will start us off on. Oh,
Yeah,
we have
because
to,
for some reason, my takeaway from last week was we're doing plant fun facts next week. I don't remember.
we did talk about
We
that.
talked about it.
Yeah.
We talked about plants, and then
and then we
I don't
talked
know.
about
So
Christmas. So
anyway, I'll have Christmas stuff next week, I'm sure.
awesome.
Anyway,
So I have to confess something.
Yes.
I was playing the game this morning and accidentally clicked on the daily challenge.
Accidentally.
I did not. I realized it really quickly. I hadn't collected a match yet. I
I
hadn't.
did see. She only moved 4 cards. So-
And then
Okay.
I undid everything and then closed it. But I just want everyone to be aware that I did do that by accident this morning. So if I have to have
Okay.
some type of penalty, I understand.
I
think if you undid it and you weren't like, it'd be one thing if you got halfway through or something. But
Yeah,
I
she
think
moved 4 cards from the left column. I saw it.
Okay, well,
That
we'll
was
know to
it.
start with that then. Yeah, I like every Saturday I wake up and have to remind myself not to
Yes,
play the daily
don't
challenge
play.
because every other day of the week it's basically the first thing I do in the morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
And so on Saturdays I'm like, I go to do it, and I'm like, nope, don't do that. You gotta wait. So one of these days I'm sure I will probably be in the same boat. So.
Yeah, I had to stop myself this morning. Same thing. I was waiting for my coffee in line, and that's when I pull out my phone and do my dailies. So.
Yeah.
Nope, not today.
It's hard. You have that routine, and then you got to remember not to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
But
day.
it always, the nice thing about it though is for me on Sunday, it's so nice to just be able to like not have to wait and just play it at my leisure. After Saturday's stressful
Yeah.
Yeah.
competitions. So, yep. All right. Well, shall we get
All right.
started? You want to
Yeah.
count us down?
Yep. Everybody ready?
Dishonor?
Ready?
Yes.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
So we have no clue today whether or not it's difficult. So no discussions on the Discord that I saw.
Nope, me neither.
You might notice I have some different sound effects today. So they are not finished yet, but I do have someone, the guy who is doing the sound effects for the mythical creatures is also remaking the sound effects for the main gameplay. But I'm not super happy with them yet. Oh, I guess it sounds like Allison has the update too.
Oh,
Yeah. Why am I stuck?
I got stuck too, and I
I
restarted.
got
thought I
done
was-
too. What
What?
happened?
Yeah, I thought I was practically
I
done.
was like, I was rolling, and
yeah,
then
me
it just,
too.
and then it went. Why? No, I don't like this.
Yeah, I don't want to start over. I had so many matches.
So anyway, about the update. So I noticed that the mythical creatures, they make their noises now.
Oh, yeah, you noticed. Okay.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I'm not sure if, yeah. Yep, those are all new. They're all done now. But and I think in that update, I had them do a couple of things different. Because I didn't like the Winnie for Gloriel and a couple other things. But we got them all tuned and they are finalized. But I'm waiting for the rest of the sound effects before I do an update. So the sound effects that are in there today, oh man, this is terrible.
Wait,
I have to
I'm
back
so
up
confused.
so far.
Why does this not working?
I know. What the? Oh,
Okay, I
this
guess I'll.
should have been.
I don't know. What?
Felt like it should have been done a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can't get to a certain point and can't get past it. Shoot.
Oh, I feel like that's definitely not the right way to go. What?
I had to start over.
I
Yeah, I
started
did
over
too.
many times.
Why did no one warn us?
I know, come on. This
Because
one,
we complained too many times about the people who were warning us and we didn't like it, and now they don't warn us anymore.
what? This one is very tricky because it really does seem like it's a piece of cake, and then
It's not.
all of a sudden, you get to a certain point, and that's the end. You can get so many matches. Oh, man. What was I saying? It was something about the sound effects. Why do I keep going down the same path? I know it's not going to work. Stop that, David. All right. Got to start with something else.
No.
But I don't want to. Wow, I can't believe none of us have finished it yet.
Yeah.
It's very depressing.
This is weird.
Wow, it's really got me stumped. It's just too tempting to get all those.
Oh, I broke through.
Oh,
Oh,
The
no.
thing that was where I was getting. I think I don't know. Watch, I'll get stuck again. But
I have not broken through.
ah.
uh-oh. No.
I don't think that's right.
Excited. I was so excited.
I haven't even managed to do anything different. I just keep doing the same thing, getting to the same point. What? This is the most deceptive one I've ever played.
This is so weird.
Nope. Ah.
Oh my God, not
Did I
again.
just do the same thing
No.
over again? I did.
I keep, no matter what I do, I end up at the same point.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
No,
super
that
frustrating.
feels definitely right. Okay.
You're getting it? Oh, it feels like I did something different finally. I don't know if it's going to get me all the way.
I don't want to redo again. I'm just going to back it up.
Oh yeah, it's feeling good. It's feeling good. Ah, thank goodness. Finally got it.
Did you make it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Why don't I have any sound? What's going on here? Oh, my ringer got turned off. Missed out on all that delicious sound. 5, 4. Wow. Maybe this. I'm off to a good lead. Just don't blow it, David. Come on. Uh-oh. I'm getting stuck. Who finished? Did someone finish?
No.
Oh no, that was me making
Not
those
me.
weird sounds. Okay, that's the new
Okay.
sound effects.
All right, I got it.
You got it.
I had to back so far up.
Super.
Ugh, I didn't like that.
No. I still don't like it.
All right, 2 down. Come on.
No.
Please be an easy number
No.
3.
Man. I was so excited. I figured out something out here, and then I keep getting stuck again. I don't like it.
Oh,
I don't like this.
I don't. Uh-oh. I don't think
okay.
the third one's easy, unfortunately. I won't be able to capitalize.
Oh, phew.
Oh, no,
Okay. At
who's-
least I made it through the first one.
Okay.
A perfect 10. Yeah, right.
That sound effect was a little fun to do because I had to. Wow, what is all this noise?
That's me, I think.
You're winning? You
Well,
finished
I
two?
finished two.
Oh no, you're caught up.
That's a little suspicious with this one.
Yeah, I'm not breaking through. Oh no. No,
right,
I
I'm
got a
on
big lead and I'm losing it.
Are we all on 3?
Oh, I guess so, yep. That was quick.
2 seemed fairly easy, or maybe just like by contrast.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I'm not.
Yes.
No, come on. I'm still on it. I'm still on 3. I can't. Oh. Shoot.
That was so stressful.
All right. Oh, I'm not even close.
I guess I gotta give up on that.
Yeah, I
for
guess
now.
I gotta come back to this.
Well,
All right.
who's
I
going
wasn't
to do the
close enough
countdown
to be
next week,
finished
though,
there.
if you both give up?
Oh. Yeah, how does
Oh.
that
There's
work?
something to lose
All right.
now. You both immediately start to
Oh.
play.
All right. Well, you can do your fun fact, Allison, while we sit here and
Okay.
fight through this.
Okay, that seems fair.
I guess.
Hopefully everyone will be able to hear me over David sighing. So I had a lot of trouble with a fun fact. This week I started to research something that I assumed had to be interesting, and it wasn't. So
What was it?
the history of figgy pudding,
It seems like it
Oh.
should be interesting.
it seemed like it would be, but I didn't enjoy anything I read about it.
Okay.
So I decided that I would kind of switch my focus to a different, oh, it's so close, oh, it's so close.
Done.
No, come on.
Inconceivable.
I'm done too. It looks like you finished a second before me. I've got it. Oh, I started off first one to get to 3 and then lost. It took me too long to do 3.
You don't usually blow a lead.
Oh, that was depressing. All right. I guess I gotta do the
oops, sorry.
countdown next week.
So I'm punchy. I'm like gonna keep going. No, I don't have to keep going. Okay, we're done.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right. So,
Okay.
no figgy pudding.
No figgy pudding, so I thought I'd switch my focus to a uniquely Christmas dessert. It's not
Ooh.
figgy pudding.
I think we both have a lot of dessert on the mind these
Yes,
days.
we do.
Plus, it probably doesn't hurt that we watched a new dessert
Show
last night. It
Yeah.
was just everything sweet and delicious.
Yeah. So what I thought I would talk about is the bûche de Noël, or the Yule log.
Oh, I have no idea even what that is.
Yeah. So when I think of Yule log, for some reason I think of not the dessert, but I think of that channel they play on Christmas. That's the burning fireplace.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it apparently, so the bûche de Noël, the Yule log dessert, is a like a Swiss roll. So you'd make a layer of cake. You the most kind of common is to make like a yellow cake, a chocolate buttercream, roll it, and so it looks like a log. Then decorate the outside so it looks like bark with like a frosting pattern, and that you cut the end so it looks like actually like a chopped,
Oh, sort of like a Twinkie.
like a very fancy Christmas Twinkie. Yes.
Okay.
Not a Twinkie. What's the one?
Swiss roll.
There is a.
Isn't
Yeah.
it the Swiss roll? The little Debbie Swiss roll? Is that what?
Right. That's what. Yeah.
Oh, is
Yeah.
that called a Swiss roll?
rolled out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I've seen them make it on the Great British Bake Off a fair number of times, and it looks fun, and it's a fairly popular kind of Christmas dessert in France and the UK. So I was, reading about the history of it and how it originated in the 19th century. It's very common all over the world, particularly places that used to be colonies of England or France. Super interesting. And then I came across this one kind of sentence in my research was, now the Yule log is traditionally associated with dessert and not the original Yule log. And I was like, I have no idea what the original Yule log is.
It wasn't dessert?
Yeah.
It didn't originate as dessert. Also, it's not the fireplace channel. So, the custom of the Yule log itself dates back to the UK, but apparently it was popular in the Americas in the 17th and 18th century.
Okay.
So it's part of kind of more traditional pagan celebrations that were adopted into Christmas traditions. So what happens is you burn a portion of a log each evening until the 12th night, which is January 6th, around Christmas time. And then you place the log beneath your bed for good luck. And it's supposed to actually ward against fire.
What? It's like, that's an invitation to burn your house down with you in your bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems a little counterintuitive.
Yes. And then supposedly, because it's still kind of like a burning ember almost, you can see your fortune in like the sparks that come from the Yule log. But I think your fortune is you're about to lose your house in a fire.
Yeah, it reminds me, there's a book by that title.
Oh.
That was based on a story, or an actual story, where someone was rescued from a burning house fire, and they had been laying in bed, and it was like a firefighter or someone asked them how the fire started.
Yeah.
In the bed, and the guy was like, I don't know, it was on fire when I laid on it. So anyway, that's the title of the book. I think it was on fire when I laid on it. I think I got that right.
Interesting. Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I in a previous life, I worked at a historic home museum for 5 years.
Which home? You don't want to say?
I can say I worked at the Paul Revere House.
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's so cool.
And I always used to, because we always had in the one of the upstairs bedrooms, we had the big bed warmer, which is like a cast iron pan that would have actual hot coals in it. And some people could afford like a feather mattress, but a lot of people had straw mattresses, and it's like you're putting something that has sparks in a straw mattress,
great.
and this just seems like a disaster, but I guess it works.
By the way, I just fact checked myself. It's a book by Robert Fulghum. It was on fire when I lay down on it.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yep, true story.
Yeah. So
Okay,
so basically,
Don't put sparking fire things in your bed.
in your
please.
bed or under your bed, make cool desserts based on that tradition.
Yes.
That you're much better served.
Yes.
Yes.
So that's kind of like my weird fun fact is about the Yule log.
That's really interesting. Yep, had no
Yeah.
idea. I didn't. How did it transition from something you burn your bed down with to a dessert?
Well, apparently it was just, how people like cute Christmassy things? Like, so people were making little kind of like Yule log figurines out of marzipan and putting them on cake toppers. So just like, here's a cute thing we do at Christmas. Let's decorate our Christmas dessert with this cute thing we do at Christmas. And then the dessert just kind of kept evolving into a more fully formed thing, and then eventually eclipsed the original tradition.
Wow, that's crazy. I wonder when it finally stabilizes. Like, there are probably a lot of variations on the way, and then someone finally wrapped it in chocolate and said, "This is the end of the evolution of the Yule."
Well,
log."
I mean, once you wrap something in chocolate, there's nowhere to go from there.
Yeah.
that's
You've
it.
reached the
It's
pinnacle.
reached its evolutionary peak.
Yep, pretty much. That's when I'll hit my peak.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is fascinating.
So I know that wasn't the most interesting fun fact I've
I
had,
thought
but
it was
more
interesting.
interesting than figgy pudding.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, before we do the next one, we should do a quick fact check on last week, right?
Uh-oh.
Because no.
I'm not touching this one.
Okay.
So
Well-
I can give context. So I love podcasts.
Yeah.
One of my favorite podcasts is Stuff You Missed in History. But David doesn't always enjoy my podcasts. So usually if it's something I think he'll get bored by or he'll talk back to, I listen to it in the shower.
I mostly don't like the political ones.
Yes, but he liked the history one. So his retribution is going to be based on something I listened to in the shower that he overheard from the other room.
Yes, I did find out that poinsettias or poinsettias are not toxic. It's an urban myth that's been propagated and just won't die. So but the flower that's actually toxic to animals that you shouldn't have in the house, for some reason, I've never heard the fact that it was toxic, but lilies are super toxic to cats. So you can have your poinsettias, but don't put lilies in the house if you have cats. All right, that's what we learned on.
So actually, that ties into my fun-ish facts this week. So actually, I was doing a little. So because of that got me thinking about. Well, I wanted to look up why poinsettias are poisonous. So
no,
you're right. Well,
sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
No. That led me in another direction. So I'll get there. But
okay.
But yeah, so you're right. Apparently, that they're not totally poisonous. I mean, they're not good.
No.
If you have a cat and they eat, some poinsettias, they probably will barf. They will have some sort of, it's like an allergic reaction more than actual toxicity. But anyway, so then but then I started thinking about, I happen to know that, so I knew that about lilies, but I also knew that tulips are very poisonous to cats. And I wondered why that was. And it's actually because of a compound called tulipalin, actually a pair of compounds, tulipalin A and tulipalin B. And the interesting thing from that I found out in doing this research is that some people have started using these tulip compounds to make plastic. Because plastic is just like a polymer, and there are a bunch of different kinds, right? And so if you have certain kinds of molecules that polymerize well, you can make these plastic atoms. Sorry, my cat is also currently batting at something on the Christmas tree, so if I start yelling at her, that's why. So that was really interesting because a lot of plants make compounds that can be poisonous if you ingest them. That's why you don't eat hemlock, and various other things. Yeah. But they also, a lot of these compounds can be useful if people, if you isolate them. They often can be they get repurposed into anti-cancer drugs or antibiotics or whatever. So paclitaxel is a very famous example. Is a compound that comes from the yew tree, but now is useful in it is chemotherapy for a number of different types of cancer.
Wow.
And the other fun fact, which happened to be plant related, that I just learned about this week offhand and was like, I should use this for a fun fact, is that so there are researchers who were trying to predict what would happen, what will happen with tree leaves changing colors in the fall as with regards to global warming. And so people had thought that they would probably change color later, because if the weather gets, if the weather's warmer during the summer and gets cooler later, the trees are going to change color later. But actually what these people found out was that more likely the trees will change color earlier, because they're going to be more productive during the summer, and so they're gonna use up all of their nutrients and stuff earlier, and then change color.
Oh,
weird.
So I don't know if that's fun. It's a weird fact.
It's super. It's super interesting. I'm actually really. It's sort of related to. It made me think about walking through Central Park and seeing some of the trees have been fooled by a little bit of warm weather we've had. And they're blooming like it's springtime. A bunch of cherry trees are in full bloom. What's gonna happen to these trees? When the cold snap comes here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And are they gonna survive? What does that do to them to bloom again just before winter? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's anything to do with. Well, it's just some weird weather we've been having. It got cold. All the leaves fell off. And then it got warm again for a while, and everything starts blooming like it's spring. So I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully they survive. But a few of them have been fooled for sure. I got some pictures. It's pretty. but
But
I
it's
hope they
sad.
survive.
Yeah.
Speaking of tulips, though, I'm particularly interested in tulips because I used to live in Seattle and go out to Anacortes for the tulip festival. So they have perfect growing conditions for tulips out there on an island, and like just I don't know how big the area is, but it seems like a couple miles, square miles maybe, of tulip fields, and that is
Wow.
just that's pretty amazing to see. And you can get out and just walk through. Well, they don't really like you to, but who's going to stop you? You can walk through like fields of tulips, and you know they're like sorted by color, and it's just pretty amazing. But one of the things, speaking of toxicity, that I heard, and I have not fact checked, so maybe this is wrong, but I heard that when they harvest them, they have to pick up the tulip stems and leaves, because I guess they harvest the bulbs. Is that right? I don't know. Anyway, but apparently the stems and leaves are toxic to the next crop of tulips, so they have to be picked up. They can't be left to taint the soil. So,
Interesting.
yeah,
It's really labor intensive.
yeah. It's weird that a plant would be toxic to itself. So I don't know, it doesn't make much sense. But
Yeah. Well, I wonder if that they're actually toxic to themselves. I mean, like I plant tulips and then just leave them in the ground they just come up
right,
one year
yeah.
after another, right?
Maybe
I
my facts are
wonder-
wrong.
Well, no, I'm wondering if it's that they are directly, harmful to the bulbs, or if it's that they're harmful to like something else that lives in the soil that you need
Maybe.
to, because plants, they have like these like crazy networks of fungi and bacteria in the soil that are,
That's true.
providing
and there's-
nutrients and stuff that it's like the same as we've got tons
Yeah.
of fungi and bacteria in our guts. I mean, I can talk about that for ages.
And the whole
yeah.
thing about rotating crops
Yeah,
because
and so
they
I
deplete the
wonder- I
soil or
wonder if
something,
it's-
and
Yeah, I haven't looked this up either. I'm just totally musing that maybe there's something necessary living in the soil that the leaves and stuff are toxic to them.
okay, yeah.
I don't know. That's
Yeah, that would be
I
don't
feel
know.
like
I'd
I
have to
almost
fact
want to
check.
do like I'll fact check myself, and maybe if it's interesting, talk about the tulips in Anacortes, because I think from what I heard that it's one of the most it's one of the majority sources of tulips in the world, even though Holland is much better known, and Allison says California is bigger, but I have to look
I don't
into
know.
that.
I mean, for flowers in
There's-
general, I don't know about tulips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's also a big tulip field outside of Portland.
Ah, okay.
Um,
I remember on the way down to Portland, during strawberry season, there's like a huge strawberry industry
yeah.
somewhere halfway in between Seattle and Portland, I think.
well, and then all the way down the Willamette Valley is like, yeah, it's a big deal.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. Cool. All right. Well,
Yeah.
those are some fun facts. So next week we'll do Christmas
Yeah.
Yep.
Christmas fun facts. Although you had a taste of one this time, and it was a pretty tasty fun fact.
Har har.
Didn't start off
Yeah.
tasty, but yeah.
And yeah, but no, I'm sure more Christmas to come next week for sure.
Yeah. Looking forward to that. And sadly, I have to do the countdown.
Yes, you do.
Yeah. All right. Well, was there anything else I forgot? All week long, I'm like, oh, I got to remember to say this on Saturday, and then I forget everything. But
No, I think it was everything you wanted to talk about.
that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll see you again next week. If you like this stream, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're on every Saturday at 11-ish a.m. Sometimes we start a little early, depending.
Yeah, but we always start the levels after 11.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And last week we had a lot of viewers who because the puzzles were actually a little difficult.
Yeah.
So this week, I don't think
The
it was.
first one was just tricky.
Yeah, it's just deceptive. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it was that hard. It's just like hard to not
Get
take
all the
the
magic.
easy path
Yeah.
and get
Yeah.
stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was too tempting.
Yeah.
All right, well, we'll see you again next week then.
Yep.
Okay.
Take care.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.